novel idea. Turn on the siren.
They're calling her the Dahlia now. Wonder what Veronica Lake makes of that one.
What a case. You hear whether they're making any progress?
But Captain Donnelly seems to think they have it all wrapped up. Brown and Green are sweating this Manley character. I heard it'll be in front of a grand jury by next week.
Poor thing. Terrible enough being murdered like that without having to...
You're a goddamn menace!
Continue to respond, Ken.
Goddamn maniac!
And at the next junction, you shut the trap.
Remember, we need them healthy enough to answer questions.
1247, Detective Phelps, requesting immediate backup in pursuit of a stolen green Kaiser Frazer from 6 West 2nd Street.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on! Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out. Lay into his wheel arches. Come on! No wonder he killed someone, driving like this. Don't let that asshole get away!
All right, I give up. That's it. Cuff him and we're done.
And we're live. Greetings, friends. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Merry Christmas. Glad you're here. Miko Herptile, channel moderator, says, hello, Super Antonio, Sadie, mods, and everyone. Happy weekend. Happy weekend to you, friend. And Peter Walsdorf says, hi, Miko. Greetings, Peter. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you, friend.
Good morning,
Miko says hello as well, Peter. Here's our friend Captain Donnelly, laying down the law, handing out assignments, cases. Tonight we're dealing with the white shoe cancellation, which is good news for me because for once the body is discovered clothed. And Sadie is up for a little bit. She was asleep right before the stream. She was asleep. And, but, you know, she knows when I get the mic out and I turn, you know, that overhead light on that we're going to go live. So she sat up. I think she sits up because she knows she's going to get treats. But still, it's kind of cute that she pays attention and sits up when the camera comes on, you know, and that she knows that there's something different than just
from sunny California.
my standard fooling around with the computer and looking and spending so much time looking at this strange magic window that occupies so much of my attention and time. What's that about? Strange being a dog in an urban environment, I think. Must be, at least. Anyways, she had a bath tonight, so she's kind of tired. I know she's tired every night. You only see her when she's tired. You don't see her when she's full of energy and a wild thing. Which is kind of cute, because my sister is the opposite way. Because she and my nephew, her son, will visit, you know, midday. So they only see her when she's absolutely wild and very unruly. A very unruly young lady sometimes. What's that about? Where is this? Oh, there it is. Where is this scene that we need to arrive at? Cancellation scene, let's call it. How is everyone tonight? 5 viewers in the chat. Are you ready for Christmas? I'm kind of ready. I mean, as ready as I can be right now. I'm all caught up. Sent my cousin a gift card. That was nice of me. I mean, I don't usually send him anything, but he always sends me Christmas cards, and I never sent him any Christmas cards. So I had a random gift card from I think it was from California Pizza Kitchen, and that someone gave me that I was never going to use, and so I just popped it into the Christmas card for him this year because you know, he sent me so many Christmas cards, and I've never even, you know, I think this is the first year that I've actually been coordinated enough to send out Christmas cards. So included him on the list, and I, you know, and honestly, I didn't, you know, I was happy to do it. I didn't expect anything in return.
Detectives? Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Scene secure.
Spoiler alert.
Going door to door,
got nothing in return.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
That's okay.
Will do, detective.
I'm, you know, it's like,
familiar. I think that's the
but
impression the boys from the Examiner took
I
from
mean,
them as well.
that goodwill comes back in different ways, and I honestly believe that
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in
what you
around
put
10
out
last
there
night and the rain
comes back
washed
to you
most of it away.
tenfold.
Looks
Just
like she
not
was
from the
tipped out
place
of an
that
automobile from the
you know,
tire
it's not
tracks and
reciprocal.
superficial
You know,
injuries.
it's
Strangled with a length of rope.
it's not
And for my money,
because you
it's
send
triple
something
brain
out
again.
and you get something back from that person.
of death.
It comes back in
From a
different ways,
temperature, maybe 2 a.m. But
In
it was cold last night.
subtle and
Usual
profound
head
ways that you can't
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the
understand
head,
or
then strangle and mutilate.
anticipate.
No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
So yeah,
Very
that
much
was
he
my
was
holiday
concerned with her
spirit.
dignity.
Apart from all the random
Very
Christmas
distinctive.
cards that I sent out
Sign
to
of her other shoe?
everyone who's sent me a
No.
Christmas card in the
And
past.
no handbag or other personal effects.
There. Fortunately, she's fully clothed. YouTube has no problem with these images, but God forbid we show a bare breast. Hope everyone's well tonight. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I got my workout in this morning, so that was a good thing. Started watching
the same,
Parks and
brother.
Recs again. I have it on, I don't know, I have Blu-ray or DVD. I have the complete series. I think it's on DVD. So I started watching that again last night. It was fun. And then I was doing some remodeling in the bedroom, and I had it on in the background. So made a big mess in the bedroom, putting up curtain rods, which is it's kind of a pain. So it's like, and I got it half done. I need to do I need to do one more curtain rod, because you have to take down the curtain rod, you have to fill in the holes with spackle. I mean, it doesn't sound like a problem when I'm talking about it. And then you have to like measure and put up the new curtain rods. I mean, when I say it, it sounds like 10 minutes worth of work, but I swear to you, it's going to take an hour and a half climbing up and down the step ladder,
Our driver and our killer are most
dropping
likely
screws.
one and the same.
Miko says, ready for the holidays in the sense that I'll be spending it alone again for the third time by choice. I must say it's a different type of piece. I can't say I don't like it either. Well, you have your herptiles, Miko, so you're not really alone. And
No drag marks.
and
Killer was moving around,
you know,
surveying the scene.
it is a different kind of piece. I enjoy it. I'm not I have this dog and I live in the city, so I'm never like completely alone. You know, it's like we'll go out on Christmas Day for a Christmas walk, and I'm sure we'll run into people and they will wish us a Merry Christmas. And then Christmas Eve, I'm going to an auntie's house. She invited me for Christmas dinner, and that was nice. So I'll go. My uncle he loves to barbecue, so I'm sure there will be some kind of like steak, potato extravaganza, which is fine. Hopefully I can bring back some leftovers for this one. Wish I could bring her. That's the only problem. You know, I hate being away from her. I miss her. I don't know if she misses me. Yeah, I guess she misses me. I mean, she's always happy to see me when I come back. So yeah, we'll be fine this Christmas. And I got her a Christmas stocking, and I've got her some stuff. I got her a Sonic the Hedgehog to chew on. I'll show you that maybe on Friday. I also got her a Yoda, a baby Yoda, the child. But I gave that to her immediately, so she didn't really associate that with Christmas. And I got her some. They're not Slim Jims. They're beef sticks, human grade. Taste awful, but she loves them, and I got her some of those. Cloudy says howdy. Greetings, Cloudy. And I'll pick up some more dog treats from her for her stocking. And as for me, I don't know if I got myself anything this year. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff I want. PS5, new phone, couple watches, action figures. But, you know, it's like I didn't really bother getting anything. I've got a bunch of stuff for the house. Dumb stuff. Curtain rods. Curtains. Pillows. Miko says, hey, Cloudy, and Cloudy says, howdy, Miko.
Superior Laundry Services,
Greetings, friends.
F1363.
Made it to the cutscene. Now what?
Detectives.
Yeah, so I'm
I've been
watching
looking at
Parks
houses
and
across
Rec,
the street and up the
and
block.
I love
This
it.
lady
I
thinks she
love
has
that
some
series. It's one of my favorite
Detective
comedy
Phelps,
series.
LAPD.
Even though the
I'm
political
Mrs.
landscape
Barton, Catherine
has
Barton.
completely
I was just
changed
across the way.
since that TV show was out, and it's become much more
Did you see anyone
polarized
around here last night?
Not
and
last night,
embittered.
but yesterday, early evening,
And one
I
thing
saw
I
an
love
awful
about
hobo.
Parks and Rec is just Leslie Knope's
Do you have a description?
Tall,
can-do
gaunt,
spirit, her
horribly
attitude, her
disfigured. I think he
naivete,
may have
her
had an
her
accident in the
goodwill.
war. He's a
She's a
very
wonderful
scary,
character,
Angry man.
and
Any idea where we might find you?
and embodies the
One
best
of the hobo camps around here. He's
that
some kind of hobo leader.
I think
They all
public
follow
service
him
can
around.
has to offer,
Thank you, ma'am. You've
can
been a big
aspire
help.
to, and it's
Of
nothing
course.
like what we have
Anything I
now,
can do to
regrettably.
help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could
Cloudy
happen
says,
right
one day
here
I will
and
get a
nothing to
Switzerland
talk
trip
about.
as a Christmas gift card, LOL. Well, yes, Cloudy, that may be in the works for you. Switzerland would be a nice Christmas. I would assume they do
Phelps,
Christmas well there.
1247.
You get hot chocolate, You know what would be cool is to go to
I need an
Switzerland
address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment.
and get your Rolex there.
Superior Laundry Services.
Visit the Rolex factory and get a
1260 West
Rolex.
First Street.
That would get your
Can you track down
Submariner.
reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of
My
Signal
father
Just a moment,
loved
detective.
German cars. He he liked Mercedes and Porsches. And at one point, the Porsche dealership offered him
Hill? Thanks, ma'am.
the opportunity to go to Germany, to Stuttgart, and visit the Porsche factory and like customize his Porsche, his 911 or 924. I don't know which one. He didn't take him up on it. They didn't have. I think he said he didn't have time. But yeah, that would have been cool. I wonder if they still do that. I assume they still do that for VIPs. So you can pick out the color and, you can customize it. Just like you customize PCs, except it's a Porsche.
No message.
Then you drive it on the
Excuse me?
Autobahn
No message.
and you
Where?
ship it back
On
to
the
your
Vic.
house.
The last
But
body
it'd be
said
cool to do
something
that
different.
with a
This one didn't.
Rolex.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start
Cloudy says, I had an
trying to
online
think
relationship
about
with a
and
Swiss
all the
girl,
others.
but it
There
never
are more
worked out.
factors
Your
to
own
consider
Swiss
than the
miss.
messages
Sorry it
Rusty.
didn't work out,
Doesn't
Cloudy,
fit your
but
pattern, Cole.
that's
End
the
of
way it goes.
conversation.
You build things get built up online, regrettably, and it's hard to sustain that in IRL. But there's plenty of girls out there for you, and I believe in you. I wish there were more in this chat, so you could I wish you could make friends here, but you never know, Cloudy. My favorite theory about relationships is they fractal out. Okay, and what I mean by that is you meet someone, a boy or a girl, it doesn't really matter. It's like, and you when you meet someone, you become part of their circle and you gain access to their friends. So even if you're not attracted to this one person, you go to her birthday party and you might meet someone there that you're attracted to, that you have spark or chemistry to, or you might go to you might meet at a bar with a bunch of friends. Anyways, my point is you meet their friends and your circle gets bigger, and as your circle expands, your opportunities expand. Which sounds like something from the Sun Tzu. Probably is. I'm a big fan of meeting people IRL. I used to swipe right or left all the time in my misspent youth, and I was quite successful. I don't mind saying, but just in a very superficial way. So yeah, but it's like you can't. There's a shorthand that you attain when you meet someone in real life. I mean, instantly whether you click or not, and when you meet someone online, you instantly click because you're building yourself up and she's building you up. It's much different when you it cuts through the chaff really fast when you meet someone in real life.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah,
So I'd recommend
it's
doing that.
usually correct.
Please.
Cloudy
for
says
once,
another
can
place
you
I would
not
like to
let your
visit
assumptions
is
color your
Norway.
detective work?
Cloudy
Just
has
you wait. Nordic
wants to
type, so
visit the
particular
land of ice and
disposition.
fire. Cloudy says, I used to be more social when I was younger, but nowadays everyone is busy, LOL. Yeah, I know how that is. I'm not busy technically, but I tell everyone I am, because there are things I'd rather be doing than, rather than socializing or hanging out. I'd rather just hang out with my dog.
Hello? Yes?
Watch Parks and Rec.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she
You
hasn't
know,
come home.
it's a quiet life,
Can you describe your wife?
but it's a
What she was
happy one
wearing?
and a
We
fulfilled
were out at a
one.
friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news.
Gas range.
Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying
That's
to arrange a sitter.
significant.
Look,
Why?
tell me what's happened.
You'll understand when we get to
Your wife was murdered last
when we
night.
get to the arson
Her
desk,
body was found this
which is
morning.
a downgrade.
Very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to
7
answer
viewers in the
questions.
chat. Welcome, friends.
First, we're going to take a look around.
What for?
Happy holidays and
You don't
Merry
think the
Christmas.
procedure.
Hope you're having a good
CD
weekend.
girls.
And I'm glad you're here, and I myself am happy to be here for you.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would
Everything
like
is not
Mommy
gonna
to
be all
come
right,
home
sweetheart.
Now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Okay, let's look for clues.
Want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules him out as a suspect.
Need to check if she was a regular.
Mama One is here. Everyone say hi to Mama One. Mama One says, "Hey guys." Mama One is here. Papa One cannot be far behind. Papa One says, "Hey family, greetings, Papa One. Happy Saturday." Hanging out with Cole
Doesn't appear to be
in
connected.
Los Angeles, LA Noire. Cloudy says, "Howdy, Mama One and Papa One." The silk. No, it's the white shoe cancellation. And Miko also says, "Hello, Mama One and Papa One." It's fun. This game will like lead you,
You'd
you know,
excuse me,
send you
ladies.
down, give you some red herrings, make you focus on things that lead
So
nowhere.
She went out without her handbag?
Mama One says, "Glad to have LA Noire back." Yeah, I missed it. I did. I sincerely did. I'm happy to, and I do want to finish this. We have. Okay, we're doing the white shoe. Yeah, we're about halfway through. There's 22 cases, and we're at number
You can see if Baker
9.
can match the impression to the crime scene.
So we're basically halfway through. Then after that, we'll do Sleeping Dogs and perhaps The Last of Us. I was going to watch some Last of Us playthroughs just to get a feel of the game.
Ours was out in the rain last night.
Cloudy can't wait for Sleeping Dogs. Mom One says, "Where have David and Chrissy been?" I'm afraid David and O-Dog moved on. Mama One. I'm sad to say. I'm sorry to see them go. I honestly am.
Looks like a match
Braided
with the
rope.
ligature marks.
And regrettably, well, I don't want to talk about it, but you know, it's like I suspect the motivations were political.
For the record, Mr.
And you know, I
Townsend,
never want
what is your wife's
politics to come between friends.
Teresa.
And I hate that it can, and it does sometimes in this world. It shouldn't. I always
If you
wanted
have
this
more
game to
questions,
bring
I'd
people
rather get this
together.
over with now.
Miko says, "Such is life." Yeah,
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No.
yeah.
Everyone loved Teresa.
People come and go.
She was
That's
so
just the
full
way
of
it
life.
is.
It can't be anyone who knew.
Mom once says, "Sad to hear they were such fun." They were indeed, and
I think you're lying, Lars.
I wish them the
I think you were
best,
mad at
and
your
they
wife for embarrassing
they
you in
leave
front
with
of
all
your
my
friends.
love
I
and
think you came
gratitude.
back here and strangled
And,
her and
you
then
know,
dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my
hopefully
wife?
they maintain their
How do you expect to prove
relationships
that?
offline, or you know, not in this chat. You know,
Your wife
like
was
with
strangled
Serena
with
and
triple
everybody
braid rope.
else.
The bow line from your
Because,
boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks
because
bad.
they were valued members, but you know,
I'm gonna have to come to
people
terms with the fact that I
people
let
move
her go.
on, and that is their
You said
right
you went to a party at Bobby Ross's
and their
place.
privilege.
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and
Miko
decided to
says,
leave.
"Cue the song. That's the way it is." It is
You let your
indeed,
drunk wife leave
Miko.
the party and
But
go off on her own?
the
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time.
the
She
exit
has to
was
go and
entirely
work.
amicable
We
on
always
my
have to do what
part.
she wants to do.
You know, it's
Last
like
night she wanted
I
to go
wish
dancing.
them nothing
Any
but the
idea
best,
where?
but
Where she
I
always goes.
suspect,
Bar down in North Boulder.
and I apologize, but they may
She goes
be
there,
a little
drinks too
upset
much,
with
gets maudlin and calls me.
with old Super Antonio. And
Tarleton, was Teresa happy
you know,
at
I'm
home?
ashamed and embarrassed.
Yeah, I think she was.
I'm not really, but you know, it's like
Spill
it's
it,
my own darn
Tarleton.
fault for
We
getting
like the look of
political.
you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only
Or
have
you
to
know, if
sit
it
her
wasn't,
until
you know,
9.
maybe they're just like tired of the
get mad, I
game and
tell
they
her to
moved
go
on
ahead,
and
but
they
I'm
wanted,
staying.
you know, they wanted to
She
do other
storms
things, and
out.
that's fine too.
Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well.
But you know, I try not to think
Married
about
her,
it
she
too
was
much.
so much fun, but now she drives
And
me
I won't,
fucking crazy.
You know, if like,
What time did she leave the party?
you know,
About 8:30,
I was
maybe a little earlier.
I was proud to have them in the chat and in the community,
When was
and
the
I
last
wish
time
them
you saw your wife?
I
Around
wish them all the
8:30.
best.
Card
And,
game at Bobby's was wrapping up.
Papa once says
Laid
they
out
were
my
great
hand and
people.
drove
I do
home
wish
here.
people could just agree to disagree. They
Consider it.
probably might be upset with
bed.
old Papa One. LOL.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
Well, you know, for so
How do you
long,
figure
you
that?
know, I was able to, you know, to keep politics out of this
You were
out of the
rain.
chat and out
You
of the
got soaked,
community.
Lars.
Papa
We
One
found
says
your
still
wet
love them
weather
both,
gear.
though. Same here,
Okay,
Papa
I
One.
stayed a little
That will
later
never
than I
change.
said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me.
But yeah, it's like
Teresa
I was a
noticed.
little,
I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but
I
nothing
was a
happened.
little happy when
Walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for
with the
answering our
current
questions, Mr. Tarleton.
resolution to
You'll need
the
to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
to our, you know,
I
to
should've taken her
the events of November 6th
In my experience,
or
Matt,
November
you
12th,
give in to
and
broads, you'll be giving into them your entire
and
life.
I guess I relaxed a little
could
because
break
I
the
thought the
husband's
country
story
had
right now.
the country was
Call in.
beginning to heal.
Uniforms dispatched.
And spoiler alert, it's not.
Operator, give me R&I.
But you know, we move on. You know, it's like I've got to focus on growing this
Phelps,
channel.
badge
I've got to
1247.
focus on new games. We're doing the Bad Honor playthrough.
Can you run an address
Gotta
for
get
a
out of
Bobby
chapter
Ross?
4.
Then send some uniforms over.
We are not going to deal with Algernon,
No.
regrettably.
Suspect says he was with Ross last
We're
night.
kinda doing
We
a
need to
speed
confirm
run.
the alibi.
A Bad Honor
I'll get a
speed run.
brown car dispatched.
Anyways,
Thanks.
I brought Sadie back for you, Mama One.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Appreciate your time, sir. Look at those white walls.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Okay, let's go off to Baron's Bar. Papa One says, so was I, LOL. Almost ran down the road cheering. Yeah, I was. It took me completely by surprise. I didn't think they would let him win. But, you know, the less said about that, the better. Much happier talking about horses and
Calm down.
and what I had for dinner and my workout routine and I don't know. Dogs. Baron's Bar. You get a lot of cool neon signage in this game. They did a great job
Drink?
with the art
Phelps and
direction.
Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough.
This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio.
And little
They're saying
things
it
like
was
those
that Black
cigarettes
Dahlia freak again?
that you can see on the bar. So you can buy your
I rang that
cigarettes
husband
there,
of hers.
which
The
were probably
babysitter
like
said he
45
was
cents a
out.
pack.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Gas was like a nickel, 10 cents.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
That's why those cars are so big.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
My eggs were running.
I got my ice water.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
I think, as I recall, we have to chase down that cab.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
Can you hear her
You get a good
snoring?
look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy
She's happy,
is
sleeping
Richard
on the
Bates.
job.
He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo
Tired
shirt.
dog is a happy dog. 8 viewers in the chat.
Any
Papa One
idea
says,
where she
speaking
was
of which,
headed?
we bought 10 horses today. Wow, 5 thoroughbreds and 5 Dutch warmbloods. I sold my thoroughbred racer. He was a beautiful
The husband
horse,
said she wanted to
but
go
I just
dancing.
never truly
She
bonded
always
well
wants
with
to
him.
dance when she's been drinking.
10
She's trying to
horses.
talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help.
That's a lot of
We'll take it
horse.
from here.
Hey, no
Papa
problem.
One.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
And we're on a
Go,
foot
Phelps,
chase.
Get after it.
Nico says, nice, that's a large
Got a
perks
ride.
purchase,
Get in and
Papa
drive.
One.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Mom One says, we also
Phelps,
sold
you
4
gotta get me
Arabian
closer.
nags to a collector who raises expensive bloodlines. We are completely messed up. Let's try that again, shall we?
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Papa One says, I have an
leave me there.
addiction when
Who
it
knows
comes
what
to
this
buying
guy will
horses.
pull when
We
he's
would always
cornered. We
agree
could
to
have a
just
killer
buy
on
2
our
or
hands.
3 and always end up with 5 or more. LOL.
Hit it.
I understand
Clean this
about
asshole off the road.
collecting addictions.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature
Never
of
just
habit is
have
your
one.
killer. For some
You're
reason,
always
they're
thinking about the
sticklers
next
for
one.
routine. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. Keep it steady, and I'll try to bust his tires. He's showing you how it's done. Maybe you shouldn't have waited for me, Phelps.
It's a heck of a car chase.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close.
We'll get him. I do like those old trucks, but I guess in this game it's a new truck.
Now is not the time to play around.
Mama One
Phelps.
says most of our purchases end up bringing a better profit,
Let's
so I have
end this
enabled
farce.
him to purchase horses. Yeah, it's an investment.
Give it up, LAPD. Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
Why did you run, Bates?
I have a choice in this.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him.
Finbar has
Are
his
we
nightstick
finished?
out. He's angry.
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end
That's
away.
old-fashioned
Looks
police
like your
work.
Salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a
Globe
degenerate.
Bakery. Take a loaf home today. I love the signage in this game.
He's a material
Also love the
witness in a murder
signage in
Find him a
Red Dead
cell.
Redemption 2.
Richard here knows
But we
the
can't
drill.
really you know, I've made videos on it, but they were never popular. I am technically working on a video on the a weapons series. That's my new series. I'll try to get the Cattleman out Christmas week. The Christmas Cattleman. But I'm going to try to do every gun, every shooty bang in Red Dead Redemption 2. Papa One says, love the old trucks, Super Antonio trucks I grew up with. My dad always drove Fords, and I remember being a kid and him letting me drive on the back roads. Learned to drive manuals around 10. Had to relearn. Yeah, I love the curves. I love the design. They're pretty looking vehicles.
I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
As far as utilitarian, Finbar's having a smoke. Pop One says, I had to relearn later on. I had a great teacher. It helped he always had his teaching whiskey in the truck. Well, whatever gets you through. Let's go home. Well, back to the station.
Cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Finbar will follow. I love playing this game with a complete and utter disregard for traffic laws. It's very freeing. Skipping over the white lines. Taking shortcuts wherever you want. Can't really straight line it like you would like you can in our game. I wonder if like just a random driving around obeying traffic laws, I wonder how that would work as a video. Where he just kind of drove around, and maybe I'll do that. LA Noire drive around. Ambient drive around video. It would probably work better in GTA 5. I'm making a note of it. LA Noire drive ambient? Question mark. Mama One says he taught me to drive manual when Papa One was in Vietnam took 2 weeks. Told me he was glad I learned, but he would rather go through D-Day at the Battle of the Bulge over teaching me. Yeah, it can be frustrating. Miko says Serena also has a total disregard for in-game traffic laws. Love ya, Star Hearts. LOL. Yeah, that's where I got inspired by Serena's driving. and you know, it's fun. I highly recommend it. Just doing bumper cars. But partly for me personally, it's because these cars are so beautiful. Pardon me, madam. And they completely respawn. Like if you you know, you can completely wreck this and drive it into a cutscene, and you get a new car, or a completely refinished car at the end of the cutscene.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Baron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
A green dress.
Papa One says, Mama One has a disregard for real-life traffic laws, but we all love her too, yes. Yes, we do.
She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well,
I just watched an old movie. Seriously old. I think it's from 1954. It's called White Christmas with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye and Rosemary Clooney. It's a musical. It was wonderful. It's just so wholesome and sentimental. I love it. I want to get it on Blu-ray. That's how much I love it. I want to watch it every Christmas. Cloudy says, just wait until you start driving in Sleeping Dogs. Okay, Cloudy. And Miko says, that we do, Papa One. That we do, in reference to Mama One. And Mama One says, I love you all too. Last night's stream got demonetized, or limited ad revenue. I don't think we did anything that, you know, it's like, I think the rules have gotten tighter. Or again, I might have said something.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac.
There are like odd rules that we don't have to worry about because I don't you know, because I don't swear on this channel, but you can't say the F word, the one that rhymes with buck antler trinket. You can't say that within the first 30 seconds of your video. You obviously can't put it in the title, but so we don't have to worry about that because I never, you know, it's like, but some YouTubers, they'll make a note of like
this, it's gonna be a
when they can actually start expressing themselves using the rhymes with buck antler trinket word. Serena's here. Everybody say hi to Serena. Serena says hi everyone, and hi Antonio. Sorry I'm late. I had to do things with my family. I will watch again. Already gave you a like. I gave you a like. Sadie's here, Serena. She missed you, and she's glad you're back. Mama One says, hey, Serena. And Mama One says, I miss this style of car. Same here. I never really missed the fashion. I mean, my dad wore suits as a reporter, but I fell into Western wear. And Mama One says, hey, Serena. Papa One says, hey, Serena. Serena says hi to Mama One and Papa One. And Cloudy says, howdy, Serena. And Miko says, speaking of which, hey, Serena. Yeah, Miko was talking about you, Serena. He was admiring your driving skills in this game. And Serena says, hi, Cloudy, and hi, Miko. And says, hi, Sadie, beautiful girl. She's tired. She had a shower. She's all clean. She's a clean bird. And she's telling everyone to like and subscribe. But she can't even hold her head up.
Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the
sleep
beginning.
if you want. It's all right.
You went to Baron's bar.
I just like having
what
you here
time
with
did you
me.
arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
You can't
That's where
really
you met
tell, but
Teresa
she has
Terrelson?
spots. Okay.
Sure. We had a couple of
but
drinks.
they only show up if her coat's
So you
wet.
tried to make a
Like in
woman
a
who was
shower, it's
incredibly
like
drunk?
she almost looks like a Dalmatian. She's got spots under all this
You took her
under
dancing.
all this white fur that you never
cab at
see.
the
It's
Crystal
really
Ballroom.
weird.
You had a fist fight with Richard
I always
Bates
think
over
about taking a
Mrs.
picture,
Terrelson.
but you know, I don't want to have
You
like
met the guy?
I don't know how I could logistically do
take a
it
look at him for
because
this.
I'd have to like dry my hand and bring a phone into the shower. I don't. It seems like a disaster waiting to happen. But yeah, she has spots. She's a spotty dotty.
She was better off with me.
Serena says, "LOL. Okay, I'm a good driver. I'm a good girl. Ha 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 ha. Yes, you're the best girl, Serena." Pop One says they seem to be pretty strict with YouTube rules. I wonder if it's because the time period Red Dead Redemption 2 takes place. Whenever the same time period offends people because Rockstar made it authentic.
At the Crystal Ballroom.
They tightened up the rules, and the live stream rules are different than video rules.
She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30.
Like I saw this video.
Which
it's called like Ultimate Man Cave, and the name of the guy's channel is like The Collector or something like that. And
after that, I caught another
he's a millionaire. You got to see this video, Papa One. I should put it in the community tab. He's a shooty bang collector, an amazing. He's a millionaire. He's got everything. He's got his own private shooty bang range in his basement. Yeah,
So the
I
last thing
couldn't
you
even
wanted was her
begin to
playing
like,
hard to get. Did
you
that
know,
make you mad, sailor?
describe. He had like walls
She knew what a
of
guy's
shooty
looking for.
bangs,
All broads do. Dancing
and
comes second.
he also
what
had
happened at the Crystal Ball?
like the gun vault or the shooty bang vault from John Wick.
There was no fun left in her.
You know, just
Before it
like
gets
lots
us
of cool
some
stuff.
bartender.
I was very impressed. But
We're
you know,
holding you
it's
till
like
we can clear this
this
with the
video
driver.
has like millions of views,
Yeah, my CEO said as much.
but it's not live. It's not, and we're live.
Can you
It's
put the
not.
guy in two in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure,
You have to be very careful when you're live.
Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to
I
San
think they
Pedro and
just.
check his locker?
No, I don't want to talk about
Let's see if the
that.
bus story checks out.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
There's a double standard on YouTube, but we're not going to talk about it. Papa One says, "Wow, I would be interested in seeing that, Super Antonio. I never had a basement playroom for my shooty bangs, but I would love one." He has like a crazy one, you know, and he also has like pinball machines. It's a man cave. It's got a billiard room. Let's see if I can find it in my history, and I'll read you the title.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the
I
hook.
saw it a couple.
Still no hard evidence on any of them.
I seriously thought about putting it in the community tab because I was
11K, go ahead.
history.
11. Cole! $11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown.
Man cave.
It's
It's
possible.
called like Ultimate
Have
Man
them bring
Cave.
him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Carlson picked up.
Oh yeah, okay. His name. It's called Detailed Tour of My Insane $1 Million Man Cave Basement, and the name of the channel is The Collector. He has 500,000 subs. And his description says, "I put the last 20 years into building this basement, and I'm so proud of how far it's come." He also has beautiful dogs, Cane Corsos, just beautiful, big, giant, scary teddy bear dogs. So yeah, look, just look up Detailed Tour of My Insane $1 Million Man Cave Basement. It's got pool tables, pinball machines, every shooty bang imaginable. He's a collector. Okay, back to the video. Mom One says, "Papa One, for the record, you're not transforming my basement canning and crochet area into a playroom for your toys." Yeah, just wait till you see this video, Mama One. You'll be inspired. I rather can or store meat or vegetables down there, or I paint, crochet, or knit. Do you paint? I mean, Mama One, artistically, are you a painter? Are you an artist? You could make a channel on that as well. Papa One says, "I've thought about doing videos on our horse farm and showing off our land and toys." You should, Papa One. People are interested in stuff like that.
boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Serena says, yes, Papa One, do it. Love to see the videos.
Can you
Serena,
tell us
are
the
you
route?
feeling better? I hope
Hang
you
on.
are.
I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
And Miko also says, I'd watch that Papa One. Yeah, just do it on your phone.
We're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Won't take long. We have a siren.
Serena says, got to love Cole LAPD. Makes me laugh. Yeah, I love Cole. Now, I can't remember if we're supposed to go clockwise or counterclockwise on the route. But if you do it correctly, you'll run into him, and we're not going to run into him.
Let's go get him.
We'll find him eventually, but we're not going to be efficient about it. We went the wrong way.
This could be a long trip, Cole.
Or it could be a short one.
And here's me with slow and steady. Come on. And here's me.
Serena says, Antonio, I'm still the same. I'll never be the same. I'm still
Way to
recovering.
kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty.
Okay, well, you just take it easy, Serena.
Cole, come on.
Papa One says, I figured I would showcase our horses and maybe
Way to
get
kick off
people
the
to
drive in
develop a
high
passion for
spirits.
horses. My dream
Comments like
was
that
to
put me
always
in
teach
just the
people
right
to
mood
love
for
and
some
respect
leg
horses,
Hachi.
which built the
You know what your
world,
problem
pretty
is?
much.
You don't like
Yeah, you
hard
can do
work.
that.
This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps.
I would suggest writing out a script of what you want to say and just like filming video and then just, you know, doing a voiceover over it. Like you or Mama One or Son One. Whoever has the best voice, make them do it. And, you know, technically you get AI to do it. You know, you can just feed your script into an AI and they can generate a voice for you.
LAPD, police emergency.
At any rate, as opposed to just like freeballing it and improvising. You just sound more professional and there's no pauses and there's no and us like I do every time I have one of these live streams. Papa One says, someone told me one time I should show how I train and teach people to ride horses. My son wants me to show everyone how I get on a horse one-handed despite being in a wheelchair now. Yeah, people would be interested. It would be inspiring. If you do that, make a short out of it as well. Because there's lots of people who would be interested in that. Miko says, now that's a skill. And Mama One says, I'm an amateur painter. I had no idea. I started when I was young, but stopped for years. I picked it up around 2011, mainly oil and acrylic. I picked up knitting and crochet from one of our old crew members.
Damn it.
What do you paint, Mama One? Don't say horses. I bet you paint horses in Western scenes. That's what I would imagine. Serena says, nice, Mama One. That's awesome. Well done. See, you could also, in addition to your cooking channel, you could have an art channel and show your paintings.
You're a different man in front of the captain, Phelps.
Somebody's snoring.
Hey!
Last night,
long is
she
this
didn't have a
mission?
nightmare.
It
You know,
actually
it's like
covers
she'll have
an area
nightmares
around
every
the
now
size
and
of
then,
Central
and
Division.
she will
probability is we'll find it about halfway
whimper
around.
in her sleep.
Bad luck
It's very
says we'll be
sad.
chasing it all
But
night.
last night she started growling, seriously growling like grr grr grr. I got a little scared.
Whoa there.
You know, I was fooling around on my phone, and I was like, hey, what's going on? I woke her up, and she was like, yeah. She was, she was getting into a fight. It's kind of cute. But I'd rather have her gurring than whimpering. I hate to think of her being sad or scared or frightened, even in a dream. Serena says, Antonio, have you been taking driving lessons for me? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I was telling Miko that I was inspired by your driving
About 2 blocks ago. Hey,
when you did your playthrough of this game. And it is fun. It's very freeing, and just to completely disregard traffic laws and treat this like your own private bumper car game. Never do this in RDR2 because the horses are alive and they have feelings, and I respect the horses. But it's fun with cars. Miko says, called it, LOL. Serena says, the game is hard to drive though. Yeah, the cars are, they're hard to handle. Pop One says, took years of practice. I miss jumping on the back of the horse like Arthur does. Best way, in my opinion. We train racehorses by getting on them that way. Always fun.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side
Yeah,
of
I
the
like
road.
that little vault that he can do.
I think the power's gone to your head, Phelps.
Mom One says, landscapes, westerns, horses, our land, it just depends. Sometimes I paint old pictures. I try portraits, but not successful.
I'm sorry, sir. Police officer, I need your car.
That's very interesting, Mama One.
I don't know, you should have gone around the other way. We would have run into the bus by now if you'd gone the other way.
How was I to know that at the time?
A good detective depends on his gut, and yours has just been found wanted.
Well, your
Cloudy
gut clearly wants for
Cloudy
nothing,
says, there's this quote I love about losing
Jesus,
someone. What
Phelps.
do you think about it, Super Antonio? And the quote is, what we have once enjoyed, we can never lose. All that we love deeply becomes a part of us. I completely agree. It becomes part of your heart, your memory. It lives on. What you lose, the sadness that you feel in your heart is you lose the potential, you lose the future, you lose future memories that haven't been made yet.
Watch where you're driving, you maniac.
And that's what makes you sad. But you should never be sad about what happened, all these things, all these experiences. That's what you take with you. That's the only thing you take with you, really. Papa One says the game does not do horses justice on size. Usually, Arabians are smaller, but large horses like the thoroughbred, the Hanoverian half-bred, and others, it takes a bit of skill to jump and pull yourself up that high.
Around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us
Well,
where you let the
in
woman
the end,
off?
it is a game.
California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something.
I should have known you were an artist, Mama One, from your
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
from your meals and your meal planning and your cooking, because cooking is a creative art. People don't realize that. So it spills over into other areas of your life.
He left her brought alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some
And
backup.
finally,
Suppose hate
we go to the
cops.
hobo camp.
I think
There's
we
a
ought
lot
to
of
investigate
commies
the
at the
hobo
hobo
lead.
camp.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Papa One continues, there's no real horse called the Hungarian half-bred. In real life, it is the Hanoverian half-bred. And Miko says, that might be worth making a video out of. That's a great idea, Papa One. Hanoverian half-bred. I should do that. I just made a note of it. Miko says, also, Papa One, when you place a large pelt on the horse, it reacts to the weight. But when you jump on it from a height, it does not. And Mama One says, I'm not a master painter, hopefully one day, but it's relaxing and keeps me sane. Yeah, that's what, you know, it's good for the soul. And, you don't have to become a master. You know, you don't have to do it for others. You have to, you know, just do it for yourself and see where it takes you.
God, you're gonna kill us!
Unlike Cole and his driving. I do like that shade of green. Made it to the hobo camp, however. I don't think we should go here without backup. And, this is the best dressed hobo I've ever encountered. Wearing a vest, dress pants, dress shirt. Note they closed off and they've got sticks and clubs. Cole has his 1911. And Finbar has his his shoddy. I kind of figured out how to fight in this game. But I prefer fighting in another game. Rabbit Punch. Sorry, Cole.
Comrade Stalin. Very funny.
Papa One says, also, the Dutch warm blood didn't come around till the 1960s. That's true, Miko. I've jumped down off the barn and other heights to a horse before we all have. My dad, myself, and a few of our crew would get drunk and see who could jump onto a horse the farthest away. We missed several times, only to laugh, like we were in that Jackass movie. LOL. Well, you make your own fun on the ranch, on Ranch 1. Do we have time to read the paper? I think we do.
I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening,
Look
Jack.
at that tie.
Mr. Sheldon.
Men of this era expressed themselves through the tie.
Take a seat, Courtney.
The ties were really flamboyant and, you know, and artistic. And then the suits and the hats would be like, you know, very conservative. But you were allowed to like wear a wild tie.
Jack. Medical school's going well.
Now you're allowed to wear
I have a
anything.
part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
Still have the idea of dressing up for these streams. Haven't really done it yet. But I'm thinking about it. It's part of the reformatting of the live streams for next year.
Gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying. And that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
Dressing up a little, being a little more formal. There's a channel I like. He also has millions of subs. It's called The Report of the Week. He just does food reviews, but he always wears a suit. He collects vintage suits, Goodwill and stuff, and he always wears one. He's always very well appointed, very well dressed.
Understand his force, Sheldon. They got to the top back.
I don't know if I could recommend his channel. You might like him.
They make their own laws. That's the
Man with no name says, hello, sir. Greetings. Papa One says, I lived a fun life. All of the crew did. Wouldn't change it for the world. My son came around as we were all getting older. But he says he misses the old days. We homeschooled all of our kids.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
That's a way to do that, especially now. Because I'm sure you're aware of what they're teaching in school these days. Serena says hello to the man with no name. Papa One continues, because we traveled a lot. They never really did much school, worked, but learned farm smarts, street smarts.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark on
And
the
common
Teresa
sense.
Tarleton's chin.
Of all of the crew's children, only 2 went to college. 1 became a doctor. There you go. Man with no name says, hope you're all having a good day. I hope you are as well, friend. Appreciate you being here. Happy Saturday. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. Miko says hello to a man with no name, and Papa One says the other became an architect. Boring in my opinion, but he helped us build several barns. Yeah, well, if he liked it, I guess that's what counts. And Mama One says hello to a man with no name. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's wrap this case up. Thank you, friend. Man with no name. Love your Red Dead videos. We're doing a bad honor playthrough.
Jessup's alibi checks out.
I want to do a
Bates is
series on
obsessed.
every
I get the
shooty
point.
bang in the game. I can't really say what they are.
Husband has
Not
an
on a live
alibi,
stream.
but no real motive other than
But
neglect.
we're going to do that.
Jessup's
First one is
alibi
going to be on
checks
the
out.
cattleman.
Bates is a recidivist. He'll be
Also,
pulling the
I
same
want to
stick
do a
until we
video
put
on
him
the
away for
Hungarian
good.
half-bred.
Ackerman has history.
So look for that.
If we survive this, it's
What's
going to be
that
a
about?
miracle.
Papa One says, hey, a man with no name. Love Clint Eastwood. The man with no name character. And man with no name says, I'm a big Western fan. I think everyone on this channel is, really. I'm just, I play this game to see if we can get some new viewers. Different viewers. So we can expand the channel and grow the channel. Cloudy says, I wished I was homeschooled. I was bullied. I'm very sorry to hear that, Cloudy. And I hate to admit it, I also bullied.
We're going this way.
I have those regrets. Yeah, you know, growing up is hard.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
And, but you survived it.
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how
The
you
thing
got
I
the
hate
burns.
about bullying
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flames.
is, you know, they can leave such an impact on your life, and you leave no impact on their life. They won't even remember you. So you just have to like let that go.
Feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
You can't carry it with you. You can't let it change you. You can't let it grind you down. You can't let it
I have no recollection of the people.
shape your life unless you
Are you denying
use
that you
it to,
strangled
as
Mrs.
motivation
Tarleton
and
with a length
fuel
of
to
rope?
become
I'm not
the
denying
greatest
anything. You have to have proof.
version of yourself that you can be. Papa once says, Cloudy, I always said I would never put my son in school. I always hated it, and so did Mama One. And Cloudy, I'm sorry you're bullied, but it was good for you. You learned from your mistakes, and I can guarantee you're stronger than you ever realized. Yeah, Cloudy, I agree.
Why did you take her up to the
I
hill?
mean,
Which hill?
we've completely eradicated bullying and
Go where I please.
in school, and we've raised a generation
You're
of
clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of
very
California
unique
does
children.
Not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed.
Man with no name says you deserve a shout out from Rockstar in the next Red Dead game. Oh, that would be nice, Man with no name, but I don't feel I deserve that.
Last night?
At the camp.
I'm happy
You were up on the hill.
I got to play
You were
this
seen
game.
during
I'm
the
happy
day.
we
have
never
a
got
witness. We have
copyright count.
evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman.
I'm
I'll
happy.
see
You
what
know,
I
it's
can
like
do for you.
I understand that I am a shill for Rockstar,
You have nothing to
paid by
lose
YouTube, not Rockstar. But you know, I do love this game, and you know, I certainly got my money's worth out of it.
We have you cold.
Cloudy
Ackerman.
says, "Thank you,
Her
Papa
purse
One."
and the ballroom ticket
Bill
were in your
Burr, I don't know
lean-to.
if you know that comedian.
why
He
you
has
did
a
I
he has a
because people need
monologue about
That's what I was trying.
bringing bullying back. You know, he was talking about how he was in Portland and
I'm
he saw
charging you with the murder of
he
Teresa
saw a
Terrell.
gentleman with a handlebar mustache on an old-fashioned bike, you know, with the one big wheel and one little wheel, riding down the street, and then he just went on this tirade about how we need to bring bullying back. Papa One says, my mom wanted us to put my son in a private daycare at one point, as she wanted him to be around a lot of people his age. My dad went with me to check him out. They asked him if he would take our spurs off our boots, as they didn't like the sounds they made on the floor. Dad and I looked at each other and we walked
I've
out.
spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless. and
Cloudy
send them
says,
on
I
the way
saw
with the
one of the
county
guys that bullied me, but he didn't remember me. But I told him I forgave him and just walked away fast, LOL. Yeah, you do that for you, Cloudy. You don't do that for them because they're not going to remember you, regrettably. It's not in their nature. Case closed, meritorious, with $7,000 in vehicle damage. Shout out to the channel members. Appreciate you, friends. That's about all we have for you tonight. Shout out to the mods. Papa One and Mama One and Serena and Miko. I will keep this chat going. I've got a little driving video we can watch. Where is it? Here you go. Yeah, hang out. Talk about your holiday plans. Don't talk about bullying. You know. Happy thoughts. I really appreciate all you being here. Great talking to you, Cloudy. Man with no name, thanks for showing up. We're doing the live stream on next Friday, the Bad Honor live stream. Probably have some kind of random Christmas holiday streams, but I haven't really figured out the schedule of that. Maybe we'll do a Sinister Sunday if I can coordinate. I don't know right now. I couldn't really tell you. I have the best of intentions, but I just couldn't tell you. Appreciate all of you. Thanks for being here. And enjoy. Yeah, Mama One says, Merry Christmas to you all. Yes, Merry Christmas to all of you. Appreciate you, friends. See you soon.
Oh, unbelievable. Can we try to get there in one piece? They're prepared to gun down cops in broad daylight. McCaffrey really means business. Seems like we're the only ones who want Bishop alive. I have a good mind just to let him go work on the son of a bitch. I'm about done putting my life on the line to protect some child molester. That's our job, unfortunately. They don't get to dole out the justice. You gotta kill someone! Please, Phelps. The siren.
What happened to Rose? Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
So where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Vidalia. The Daily News came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
We any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
You don't think this has anything to do with it?
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, Phelps. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This will be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why so many women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's going to happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Jesus, Phelps! Watch it, will you? Run, you fucking idiots! The werewolf? For my money, a copycat. We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence. You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. The caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on BD case for 6 months and got nicks. There's a difference, Rusty. Oh, yeah? I just started working it today. Okay, Oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us a note on a corpse? He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well? Let me finish, Phelps. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Or some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the MO and get himself a freebie. That's not totally fantastical. You know, the Examiner and the Daily News might be good at coming up with monikers, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get... Cole, come on! Where do you think the werewolf killer is now? Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phelps, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, all right? A case will come and find you. Can't make it something it ain't, understand? So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area? No chance. We would have found him. Cole! Hey, come on! If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle. If you want instructions on how to wipe your ass, you let me know. Whoa there! You find the booze helps you get through a working day? Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phelps. A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect today. A smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine. As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job if a healthy thirst offends you, Cole.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God, brother, oh brother.
Any Central Unit, Car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identify.
Jack, you're gonna kill us! Easy.
Maybe I'd drive better if you shut the hell up.
Could we try not killing the people that pay our salaries?